See, I have it open now, so I'm going to put it in the thing.
So in there, Okay, I'm going to start the video. So this is just another poorly lit, slightly tipsy, basically unbagging video, because we just had a silly haul at the liquor store. Because I wanted more like mixing things and fewer base spirits, because we don't have like Cointreau. We're out of vermouth right now, like usable vermouth. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stock up, which means I got 8 bottles, which means I got a cart, which means I was like, fuck it, I don't have to carry this shit. I can put whatever I want in here. So
I'm ruining the intro, as is my role.
the other thing I was gonna deliberately picking up was some ginger beer, because I'm really big on, I'm writing a blog post about it now, about how the Dark and Stormy and the Moscow Mule are technically the same drink, and we need cocktails fundamentalism. They should just be called a rum buck and a vodka buck, because like a buck is a style of drink that they both are. They don't need unique names, unless your cocktail is so convoluted, like most tiki drinks, where yeah, give it a name because you can't explain what's in it.
Give your ingredients a name because you can't explain what's in
Yeah,
it.
this contains Dawn Mix because it has 7 ingredients of its own. So, got that.
Which also means we can make ourselves some lovely Suffering Bastards.
True.
Haven't had in so long.
I got the Cointreau that I went out for. It tastes like oranges, as everyone knows.
I did not know that.
I don't know the difference actually between Curacao and Cointreau. They may be the same thing. But yeah, this is like just essentially orange bitters.
Just big.
Yeah. Ingredients: alcohol, sugar, orange peels.
Nice. Well, orangey.
Oh, super orangey.
That is lovely.
It's oranges you can get is way, way more orangey than Curacao.
Orange bitters. Actually. Yeah. Well, I think it's because it's the Angostura orange, so it's Angostura plus orange.
Yeah, that's
But
pepper and orange. What proof is Cointreau? 40. This is a liquor. Weird that people don't just drink it on the rocks. I finally got some Lillet Blanc, called for in a few cocktails, particularly by Greg. And I'm just going to use it as a dry vermouth as well.
which might be sacrilege, but
I don't know.
you're not our bar.
There it is. And then I also got
Anything.
some sweet vermouth. I do need that for one cocktail that I wanted to make. We have a fridge full of vermouth that I'm finally spiritually ready to dump.
It's many years old.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it costs a lot of money, so I don't want to waste it, but it's rancid, so I don't want to drink it.
Which is your daily reminder that your vermouth can go bad.
And that being poor is mentally deranging.
Yeah.
Then I also got some B&B. And this got mentioned in the book that I'm reading now. So this is a blend of brandy and Benedictine. And now sometimes Benedictine is mentioned on its own as a cocktail ingredient. And it is just a herbal liqueur. It is in the same family as like Jägermeister or something. Again, that might be sacrilege to someone somewhere. But this is mixed with brandy, so I think it'll be an interesting cocktail ingredient. I don't know if this is sealed in a way that
It
I need
is
to...
100% wax sealed. Or plastic sealed.
But it still says turn the cap.
Heartily. There it goes.
Yeah. It's,
It reminds me of Strega.
does that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it's a lot more herbal than it is brandyable. Brandable.
Brandy-esque.
Yeah, it has a lot in common with a Jägermeister or a Strega or anything like that, which I forgot to get. Well, they don't have it at the liquor store anyways, but
Yeah.
I want more Strega. This is also 40%.
Nice. We will be making strong cocktails. Looks like Gothorpe. Tastes like Gothorpe.
I don't dislike it. I definitely feel like I would be.
It's a lot sweeter than I expected,
Very,
but that's
very
the
sweet.
brandy.
Yeah. I'd be more likely to drink this than to drink a Jaeger or a Jungfrau.
Mm.
It does have this indefinable quality where it tastes like an ingredient, not like a drink.
I think it's the end of your.
It is, although one of the things you got was just because I mentioned it.
Yes, that's true.
Actually, two other things, but we won't talk about that.
This wasn't what I expected you to hand me. So we also got Plymouth Gin, because if we need anything, it's more gin.
Mm. But we don't have Plymouth gin under there.
we don't
We
have
have a
Plymouth.
lot of like nice, sweet, herbally gins.
We have so many good gins. Yeah, the specific reason we got this gin is because also in the book that Alistair is currently reading, they mentioned a quote-unquote cocktail, which is just 3 ounces Plymouth and a couple dashes of Angostura.
6.
That is many dashes.
Yeah, 6 dashes of Angostura.
Um,
And then Liv
to
asked.
call that a cocktail.
Yeah, well, this is the whole conversation we were having this morning. Liv asked who invented that, and after further reading, because I read the recipe first and was aghast, the answer is the Navy. And that got into this whole conversation about how bitters are supposed to be medicinal, and you had to contrive ways to drink them. But then later, when people started recreationally drinking them, people were offended. But the author of this book, who goes by the very, very dorky name of Dr. Cocktail,
We approve.
I forget his real name, but he swears, literally swears in the book, that if you take 3 ounces of Plymouth gin and 6 goodly dashes of Angostura bitters and shake it over ice, it adds up to being more than the sum of its parts and is great. And that is something that fascinates me in my ongoing thoughts about essentialism. It is miraculous when things add up to so much more than the sum of their parts and become a unique thing that you love. And so I'm intrigued and will drink some of that.
Should we just do that now? Do you want to
I
throw
was-
some ice in the
I
shaker
was thinking,
and
yeah.
go for it? Yeah.
The other benefit is
The other strange thing is that it is
it will take no
the-
goddamn time to make.
no, the recipe for this cocktail specifically says shaken,
Yes.
which confuses me because that's usually something you would do if you have fruit juices. Just yossing some bitters into gin. Why are you shaking it? Is that important? Is there a difference? Is there actually an effect? I don't know if it's just because of the properties of the Angostura that you need to shake it to properly get them in there. But the important thing that I learned while Alistair was explaining the conversation, on the back of this bottle is a very tiny sticker. And that very tiny sticker is just a fat monk being like, oh yeah. So I am thrilled no matter how this turns out. Because I now have this tiny monk sticker. And I'm so happy. I assume that you're going to cut this section in the editing process because I'm just standing here trying to pick off this monk.
Depends if it's funny or not.
Oh, you will not best me. Come here. Because I just don't know what to get tattooed anymore. I want a tattoo of this. Just look at this guy.
How many? I think you said it in the last video too. How many bottles of rum do we have now?
34.
4.
We're not on the same level as some tiki purveyors. We're working our way up.
Oh, this is different than what I thought it was.
Yeah, you thought it was whiskey, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I figured I like the whiskey, so I might as well give it a shot.
We're gonna have a conversation about that. I'll open that bottle.
Yes, I'm struggling. Here you go. Alright, so I was lamenting a creme liqueur that we had before, that longtime viewers will remember is the maple liqueur. That bottle is in our kitchen and I can't quite see, but it's delicious and fantastic. Alistair was drinking his Baja Rosa in his coffee this morning, so I was thinking about it, and while we were doing our adventures at the liquor store, I came across this bad boy. So, Wayne Gretzky has his own distillery. Whether or not he is involved in it in any way, I don't know, or if he just owns it. But they have a couple of whiskeys that are quite fantastic. You were in frame.
Damn it!
But no, they also have this Canadian cream liqueur. Figured I'd give it a shot. So, if nothing else, more bottles. Just because bottles is the benchmark of what we do now. Oh, that's a screw on. That's over there now.
Jesus Christo.
Anywho,
Okay, and then talk about the last thing that you got.
the last thing, more informational material, because we love buying books wherever they are. Got a book on bitters, so we can read up on the bitters and the history of the bitters, which may or may not re-inspire us to make our own bitters, which was a thing we planned to do a while ago.
Yeah. You just need a bottle of spiritus and then whatever herbs you want to infuse.
Yeah, there was a conversation about making a boom boom bang bang
What?
cocaine.
Brown brown.
Brown brown.
Jesus. I'm embarrassed that you just said boom boom bang bang.
I remembered it was repeating bees. And all I had was kiss kiss bang bang. So.
Bees!
Anyway, so got a book on bitters. Look forward to videos talking more about bitters in depth.
Okay, that is 3 ounces of Plymouth gin.
Which smells like gin. That is the regular Angostura. We put that with the other tea.
Goodly dashes, madam. Also, I'm going to reorganize the underbar today. It's gotten a little chaotic.
It's stuck.
Sure was.
Thank you for your manly grip.
That's it. Pull up grip strength. That's, oh my lord, that's so much.
That was 4. Do I do 2 more?
Those are goodly dashes.
You said goodly.
There's like streams of, go ahead. Like, we'll do it by the fucking book. I'm gonna look up his real name.
I also just really like Angostura.
You go behind the camera this time. Which means stepping over an entire chair.
Dun 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 da.
His name is Ted.
Da da da.
His name is Ted Hay,
Hey Ted.
aka Dr. Cocktail. Step over the chair again.
I did James Bond. I meant to do Mission Impossible. I am shaking in a very confined space. I have glasses because I cleaned them. Ooh, my hands are cold. Let's see how she goes. With that beautiful color that is Angostura. It's not quite as vibrantly red as the Singapore
Sling?
Sling, which has like a straight up couple of ounces of Angostura, but it's still got a nice color.
This feels a bit more like a straw beverage to me.
I mean, it doesn't have any kind of aromatic on top. Well, I mean, bitters are aromatic.
Go ahead. I don't instantly hate it. I don't know that it's more than some of its parts.
It's got stuff going on. It's got layers. It's got the fantastic evolution that is Angostura, but I feel like this is cheating.
Yeah, that's kind of what that's a good way to put it. It just feel like, yeah, you didn't make a cocktail. You put something extremely condensed and flavorful into something thinner.
It's very much like the people who are like, I made a pina colada, by which I mean they got some Bacardi and that bottle from the superstore.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't make a pina colada, you own a blender. You expect putting in probably half an ounce of Angostura overall.
Oh man. I feel like this could be the basis for something else interesting as well.
It makes sense that it's just the Navy.
Yeah.
The Navy doing Navy stuff.
Their other recipe is rum and water, so.
Yeah. I mean, they also have grog.
Yeah.
Is that rum and water?
Yep.
I thought there was something else in there. Limes?
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah.
Which, still not a cocktail. You were just a shitty bartender.
So this has been the day, people. We're not going to make this weird and complicated because we haven't eaten anything yet. And I'm already just tipsy as hell.
We've been,
Nothing but coffee and super high sugar coffee and now booze. And I've already had a beer and 2 shots. Hey.
Hooray! Yeah, we've been splurging on the liquors recently.
And we bought a printer.
And we bought a printer. Which will have no effect to the bar space that you see, but it will be well used.
Next video, the whole bar is just covered in printed text.
We don't actually have a bar anymore, we just took pictures and printed them out as the background.
Alright.
Used our entire ink cartridge trying to make a fake background.
Just
fun.
clip art palm trees.
Oh, I can finally do that poster idea that I wanted to do. Yes. Anyway.
Alright. This has been the video. End it with your signature catchphrase.
I just want to say more slang now.